Hey everybody, Kevin here with Pursuing Pixels, and this is episode number 109 of 15 Minutes of Game, and I'm going to be playing some Creature in the Well here, and I've actually beaten this game and talked about it on the podcast before, but I'm going to start an essentially fresh file. I just skipped the opening cutscene here, but I don't want to give too much away. This one's kind of like a fun, it's not an exploration game or anything, but it's just kind of, I don't know, I really like the sense of adventure and exploration in this game. But yeah, this is essentially the very, very opening of this game, and you're just kind of caught in this sandstorm and following these guideposts, I guess, which even took me a second or two to figure out the first time I played. So fair warning on the spoilers. As always with these videos, you're just meant to watch whatever you feel like watching, but if you feel like you like what you see as far as the gameplay goes, I'll have links in the video description, and I would recommend just skipping the video at that point and just start to check out the game. I'm playing this on Xbox Game Pass, but it's on Nintendo Switch. I'm pretty sure this game's available on essentially every platform, and after playing Demon's Tilt on the last video, this is another, actually, even though you probably can't tell just yet, pinball-inspired game, very heavily, but it's like a pinball dungeon crawler, and I just love the aesthetic of this game. It is just stunning. So yeah, this is the very, very opening here, and you'll see I will pick up a pipe, and you have essentially two. You can I don't have an ability to charge just yet, but essentially you have to hit these paddles, and at these little spawn points, a ball will essentially keep spawning, and then once this, not paddle, but panel is all the way charged, then it will be activated, essentially. So that's kind of showing you the ropes. Obviously in this room here, I'm just going to have to do a little more of that, but eventually you get the ability to hold down the button and kind of charge up and catch the ball essentially, and then take a minute to aim it. So you play single stick, but it kind of almost plays like a twin stick shooter, but obviously more melee focused and stuff. But you can dash around as well to avoid. And every time you're breaking these or filling up these paddles or charging them, you can see I needed 200 charge to open that door, and I now have 241. So now, okay, yeah, here's my charged sword. Speaking of, so I can hold this down and collect multiple balls at once and fire them at will. And then, yeah, some of these bumpers will just kind of gravitate. These are just kind of essentially just collect a bunch of free money. But now I need to spend 5,000 to open this door. But now I collected, I think, 10,000 from that bumper. But it starts getting way, way more action focused. Again, this is the very early stages of the game, but I didn't want to give away any of the late game stuff. But every dungeon kind of ends in a boss battle, and every time these shoot back at you, those would do damage. You can see my health bar at the top left corner. But again, since I've beaten this game, this early stuff is pretty easy going. But then some of the panels and whatnot that you'll have to break will be on a timer if you want to open a secret door and stuff like that. And there's tons and tons of secrets, pretty much on every level. I think you saw at the very beginning my score was, or my main file was, I think, 98%. I think there's just one thing that I haven't found yet. But there's tons of different, now that I have my pipe and my energy sword for just swiping and then for charging. You can see in the menu here, you can unlock a ton of stuff. Capes, I think, are just aesthetic, but you can upgrade even your core of your robot. But again, I just love the aesthetic. The one gripe I would have is that they do kind of copy and paste some of the main, or not main levels, but just the kind of the rooms, not even this one, but the ones that are even less specific. They're just kind of they just kind of palette swap some stuff, and this is essentially the same layout, just the same challenge, but they're just kind of the interconnected rooms. It's a very, very small gripe because I don't beat games very often, and this is one that I played all the way through to completion. So, and even almost, like I said, almost 100%ed it. So, and oh shit, I love the map. I feel like just took a ton of damage. I feel like I skipped a section. I'm actually gonna, I probably shouldn't go back like this, but whatever. Take a little damage, but you can see the map down at the bottom right, I definitely missed. Yeah, once I took the secret path, I did not explore the main path. Or the other path, at least. Yeah, right here. Okay, that would be why. I need way more power to do that. 215,000, and I am at not even 5. So, went back for nothing. Sorry about that. But the map, again, it gets a little confusing because it does... Oh, I didn't realize you could hold it down and sprint. Huh. Played through the whole game and never even noticed that you could hold it down. But I love, like, this is the boss, essentially, at the end of every level, and it just kind of, like, taunts you. And I love it. And it did take me a little while to figure out how this game worked, so we will get into it here. So, as you can see, gotta activate these terminals. And this is essentially how you unlock, like, worlds or dungeons in the game. And then you go to these main balls and open the gate. And if you die in that main dungeon, so just real quick before I go in, if you die at any point, but if you die even in that main dungeon, one of the things I didn't figure out right away, you get tossed out in this main world in one of the areas, and you got to kind of run back over here. So you get tossed out actually by the boss, and then when you get back, and you have no health, you can see my health bar is, I still have the damage that I took in that very opening kind of tutorial or whatever opening dungeon. And I did not, it like does not tell you this in any way, but you have to take a little dip in this pool. And as you can see on the top left, fills my health bar up. And yeah, that was kind of confusing. They don't tell you a whole lot in this game. So I'm going to play hopefully the opening dungeon here, other than that tutorial one. And again, by now, hopefully you probably have an idea if you want to check this game out or not. But man, this palette is one of my favorites too. And this is like if you get to the very end and have enough energy, you can buy like a teleporter so that if you do get kicked out, because you do have to kind of start back at the beginning of each dungeon each time. And you have to catch, so one of the things you have to do is like these enemies will shoot at you. Once you hit them, they are deactivated and they just keep shooting regular balls at you, but you can use your charge or your energy sword to kind of like catch the ball. And then you can see this here is like kind of a... I have to hit it through these almost like as a gate. So I hit all the ones on the left there, or on the right. Now I gotta hit the ones on the left, got it. And then every time one of the balls as well passes through these like red energy beams, which should pretty obviously indicate that they'll do some damage to you. Yeah, once a ball passes through there, they will do damage to you. So it turns into a projectile you have to avoid. And or, like I said, catch and be able to shoot at back at the enemies or back at you know, whatever the panels you're trying to break or the bumpers or whatever. Bumpers is the word I'm looking for, not panels. It's like the whole time I'm like, this doesn't sound right. And I think I've already said that once or twice. More in reference to the round ones, but I guess they're all kind of bumpers. But you can see like the little like white light in the middle of each bumper, or like it'll be a bar in the longer like horizontal panels. That's just showing like how much you need to charge before it drops into the ground. But yeah, they do get a little, some of them get a little more like this, pardon me, this one gets a little tougher. Like you really have to time it perfect and angle it perfect as well. Let's see if I can do it. I remember this one, like, because I can progress here if I want. I can just kind of explore to the left or right. But this one, if you're trying to get all the secrets and stuff, is quite shit. Okay, I gotta not charge. I keep catching that. I think it'll just go if I don't touch it. Yes. Keep going, baby. Because, yeah, it's only like 2 seconds to hit each one. Yes. Yes, and that should, I guess, just give me some bonus points. I was thinking it was going to open up a secret path, but again, you always need more of that energy that you're collecting from hitting the bumpers and stuff to... Ooh, caught it just in time. And then priority here is going to be I want to hit, at least for me, I want to hit this cannon so that it'll just start shooting regular balls back. And then these bubbles are what you have to kind of like, they're usually like a sequential pattern. You just kind of have to hit them all the way through. They're almost like a gate. Yes. Which was a little more obvious, but yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to fill up the charge. But I'll take that 20,000 freebies. Sprint my way back here. But yeah, the way the camera keeps shifting, it does get a little bit hard to keep track of the map, but not even in a bad way. It's just a little difficult. And I guess in this case, it's not so much you're just trying to actually hit all the bubbles. You're not trying to, like, activate the other ones. Like on that last challenge, it was like the other bubbles didn't appear until I hit the first one. You have to hit them all together, like, in a chain. This one probably will only be, yeah, I was going to say, it's not going to be worth 20,000, that's for sure. God, I forgot how great this game is. This is actually the reason I signed up for Xbox Game Pass originally, because it's was available on the PC version of Game Pass before I had my Xbox One. The day that it came out, and it was a game that had caught my eye just stylistically, and I guess, you know, gameplay and genre-wise too. I just was like, just definitely interested in this game on all fronts, but visually it was just so striking. That, yeah, I was like, I have to check this out. And, like, okay, it's not that... It's cheaper to sign up for Game Pass than it is to buy the game, so... and hopefully they're... I don't know exactly how Game Pass works on the developer front, but hopefully they get a solid kickback from Microsoft as far as, you know, being part of the program. Because there are just so many awesome games. I really kind of thought... You know, I've actually recently canceled my PlayStation Plus subscription because they've just been kind of putting out all the AAA games and stuff, and they certainly do that on Xbox Game Pass as well. But they have a ton, oh shit, a ton of indie stuff, and again, it'll be like the day that it comes out. So I'm really excited and really happy with my Xbox Game Pass subscription, which is really the only barely got that in time. Really the only stuff I have. I have not purchased a single game on my Xbox One. Damn it. Didn't get it quite in time. Yeah, it's all been just pure Game Pass as far as my gaming on my Xbox has gone. And I've had no shortage of stuff to play. So... very happy with that purchase. Fuck. So, yeah, we're already getting pretty tough here, as you can see. I'm not going to have enough time. Ah, fuck that. Yeah, you get into, like, spaz mode as far as the dodging goes. Play this a little more cautiously this time, because I do have a little bit more time than I thought. I was thinking I had to hustle here a little bit more. Damn. Ah! Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, but I got it. I have no health, but I... but I got it. And a secret path revealed. Okay. Maybe worth it? Let's see. I'll probably just die in here. Oh no, a new fan blade. Heck yeah. Regain health. So that, yeah, now when the projectiles, when I catch them. So yeah, again, back to this. Like, there's so many different abilities. Like, there's some that kind of are more like a magnet and they suck it in from a little bit more of a distance. I love how that boss just taunts you. Usually before you get to the boss, I don't know how close I am. I think I'm getting close, but there's usually a little healing pool. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like, this room in particular will be like one of the rooms that you'll just see pretty much in every dungeon. Just again with like a swapped color palette, maybe a little bit of a different environment. And again, that's not even really a complaint, but it is just like, for a game that's so like atmospheric, it does maybe just take you out of that, at least for me, just a tiny, tiny bit. But again, as I talked about this game on the podcast. I pretty much just gushed about this one. This one is a favorite of mine. In recent memory, at least. Oh! Okay, so I can, if I wanted to, I could just sit here and catch a bunch of these. So what I want to do, actually, is have this thing shoot at me. And then shoot it back. Okay. Just gotta go through there, and then I gotta shoot it through. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, I got it. Okay, another secret path. Hell yeah. I'm on fire, baby. I'm just like so nervous with this little bit of health. But yeah, you can collect a new cape, which just makes your character, I think, look cooler. And then a new core, which you can upgrade, which I think just gives you more health. And even that's a little bit unexplanatory. Like when you're in that main like hub desert zone, after you either die or beat a level, you can purchase, yeah, I think you do have to spend energy on upgrading it. And here we go. Taking a little bath, upgrade, or not upgrade, but fill my health to max. And should be pretty much at the boss battle. I think. Yes. You can just stomp right on its hands. But the boss battles are really cool. This first one is probably a little more tame than the rest, but this is the panel that, like, okay, once I activate this, I'll teleport back there. It's, yeah, teleporter panel. But yeah, it's boss battle time, and I love this sequence. Like, everyone starts like this. And already we're getting introduced to a new mechanic. Like, every time I hit those, essentially those dynamite towers, they will explode in that massive radius. But thankfully I got, thankfully I have my, like, healing thing. And then I can also break those projectiles by hitting them with the balls. Damn it. Just 2 more balloons to hit, 1 more balloon. Get it. Come on. How do you fucking miss that? Come on. There we go. There we go. And then, like, yeah, you just got to clear, like, each challenge. And then you'll raise up by 1 level. Usually, yeah, it starts, the skeleton thing, or robot skeleton starts, like, throwing shit at you. Which it's doing now. But again, by the time you're at the end of the game, you're just, like, dashing 100% of the time. Like, it gets so hectic and crazy. It's kind of nuts. In the best way, though. Come on. Yes. Okay. Easier boss battle. I forgot that first one's a little bit on the easier side. And then usually you just get some bonus energy here. Maybe an extra 5,000. I think, yeah. Each one of those is 2,500. And then, yeah, this is another situation where, like, each one of these is the same. There's, like, a nice log entry. I won't waste your time with all this stuff, but there's a bunch of log entries at each station. But once you activate this by reconnecting the plug, restore power to this dungeon, or this section of the dungeon, and you're on your way to the next section. So I'm not going to do any more of this game in this video, although, again, it does get so much more challenging. But, again, don't forget to take a dip here, which I guess it kind of shows you with this path. And this janitor kind of tells you what's up a tiny bit, but not, you know, super cryptic. And then, you know, you'll see here that you got to activate another one of these, and then it will activate slowly but surely. You'll activate multiple pillars at once. So now I have my choice. I can either do this dungeon, and you can see it kind of like change the door there, or I can actually go to this dungeon. And it tells you, like, okay, that's the lockdown systems area, and I guess it's in the temple, and it tells you, like, how much of the challenges. You can see I got almost everything in the power reserves, so you could do it, you know, kind of not open-ended, whatever order you want, but yeah, Creature in the Well is an absolutely awesome game. You know, it seemed like the other one was the next one to go. I might even just play this game over again. I honestly just absolutely love the gameplay mechanics here. And it does take a little getting used to, so I'll say Stick with it. Change the, remap the buttons to how you see fit. I recommend that as well. I, have to remap the energy charging to like one of the shoulder buttons. I found that to be just way more suitable for the way that I like to play. And remap where I had the strike button as well. But yeah, Creature in the Well is just an absolutely fantastic game. And I can't recommend this one enough. And again, I think it's available on just about any platform that's out there. So yeah, check this one out if anything you've seen looks interesting to you. And yeah, thanks for watching. As always, links will be in the video description to where you can check this game out, as always. And yeah, thanks again and take care.